Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk, just your standard issue proper monster of a certain age who plays games on the internet. This is it, the first of our third dates. Now, I am almost certain that the third date leads directly into the ending. I will be playing all of the endings for all 7 dads in their entirety rather than trying to abridge the ending after the first time we see it. So, I've been thinking all week about whether I should do the ending for my favorite dad first, or make my canon dream daddy the game's last episode. After much deliberation, I've decided to save the best for last. My runner-up dream daddies will be dated in no particular order, just whomever I feel like dating on the day. So, let's date that daddy! Okay, so I have decided that my first redate daddy ending thing will be Greg Khan. Okay. You know what they say about third dates. They get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse Dad Book for a while. Are you ready? Alright, save and continue. Okay, here we go. Am I nervous? It's just a video game. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll be able to just spend some time together, relaxing in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-check to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. That's just another way of saying he has not spent a day away from her since she was 14. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that, and you're sitting on it? Are you even going to have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Ooh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm going to be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature, the old Madre de trees. My idea of roughing it is a motel, as opposed to a hotel. Are you going to be a ride on your own?
Yes.
I'm not going to have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's all right. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad Tron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh. Well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay?
Huh?
Since you asked nicely, fine. I promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Greg's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the vapors there. Oh my. Eggplants! Never fear. These muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it is your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep. On her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashless for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just, Try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Greg takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Greg hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thrum through the page after page of kids' sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Greg's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstand's Mega Mix Volume 1? Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily scream singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite. That's the dog, in case you don't remember. Carl, the third roommate. You brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. It feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Greg looks intently at his phone. Everything all right?
I don't know.
Yep, just had to fire off one last work email. Greg pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? You've trained for this. Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. This is our weekend. Man, obvious looping sound effects is obvious. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst-case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're going to have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We don't. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for the night. We set out a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Hey! Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews. For we hold dominion over this land. Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on. So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking. Greg and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Greg reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude! Does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high-five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. They point out old landmarks that we remember from back from our college days. I think we're getting close now.
Oh.
Check it out! There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Oh, thank God that loop is finally over. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place, we go to investigate. The old waterfall.
Bro!
It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is.
Oh.
I think we could jump off of it like the old days? This old dad is happy here on dry land.
Oh.
It looks like you could climb up right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Greg immediately begins taking his clothes off. Here we go. Oh. Well, I mean, okay. Look at Greg's butt. That butt is amazing. Can't help but sneak a peek. Pete? I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. I'm all flustered. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking.
Oh.
I do a lot of glute workouts. Eggplants! I immediately turn away, blushing. Are you coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Let's put on a show. It's the third date. There's no need to hold back anymore. If the clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me the wolf whistle. I turn and give my booty a good spank. That one's for you, big boy. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from the water. Whoa! He treads water and looks up at me.
Huh?
You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off to the line. I run off to the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurface to find Craig giggling.
Oh.
I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Hammer fist. With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig. Good one.
Oh.
But I think I can do better. Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. We run all the way back up the slick rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush! Good form on that one. Want to go again? You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Phew, man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. All right, I think that's my limit. We should get back before it gets too dark. You're right. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they are soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil.
Oh.
You ready for a feast? I just realized. I'm playing in streamer mode. I wonder if this artwork is any different not in streamer mode. That's something I may have to look into after recording for research purposes. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure. Let me just grab my matches. Greg reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I know, I packed it. Greg checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach rumbles and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world.
I don't know.
Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gestured to the trees around us.
Hi.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder.
Oh.
We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are then supposed to come by and give us advanced technology. Or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Greg and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all of the materials that could, conceptually, make a passable-looking campfire.
Oh.
Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick.
Oh.
I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help?
Oh.
Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Never knew it better, Craig. In all my days, I can confidently say that I have never known a Craig to be a better friend, father, or fire maker. Oh. Actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, and I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting fire, but I bet you're even better than that guy. Bro. Uh-oh. Well, I screwed up. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas.
Oh.
Hooray for not dying! I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands.
Huh?
Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? He used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk.
Oh.
I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. I have got to stop recording these episodes before lunch, since I don't eat breakfast.
Huh?
Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh, man.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. Then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way?
I don't know.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them. I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Greg, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Bro!
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Nice!
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs just because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
I don't know.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
Oh.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Greg, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Hi.
Do I, though? Hell yeah. Okay. I'm genuine. Hell yeah, bro.
Oh.
Breakfast! Oh, thank goodness. I was actually a little bit worried about that one. Especially after messing up the fire. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate. He's hardworking. He's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Greg beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops off some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Greg pulls out marshmallows.
Hey!
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows.
Oh.
Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Greg throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. Stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Unca. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent, and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I just curl up over here. No way, here. Greg unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it. Good night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly, we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig?
Hi.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro, me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure.
Huh?
You know, talking about old times is fun, but
Oh.
I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Oh! Okay. Date complete!
Bro, that was perfect.
Woohoo! S. S rank. Okay. Now let's see what's next. Okay, so that was cool. Phew. I think I have everything set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Unca. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start? Something fishy? Rats. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send them in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and the funding of the U.S. government. Well, if they think they're going to take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Dad.
Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen?
Huh.
Father, it would fill my heart with glee. They lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Oh, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops.
Hey!
No way! I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers! This is all 19 seasons! And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, do you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So, consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you.
All right.
Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunches in the middle.
All right.
I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, all right? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Unca, my dude. Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I got men's shirts, I's got women's shirts. I got tank tops in a varieties of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them is fine quality, screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned witch house outfit, Vacant Veil. Purchasable at most respectable retailers. But more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. Unca! Run! You made it!
Hey.
I don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party?
Ah.
It's not bad. Just not bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out on the lake. I'd be happy out to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi. Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome. Tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves again. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure thing, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Hey!
A perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Unca. Thanks, Hugo. I learned from the best. I've got a pocket full of gift cards that say you already knew a thing or two. Let's get together for trivia night again sometime soon, huh? You know it. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for the finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school.
Pew!
Haha, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you are not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna go break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh!
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey.
I don't know.
Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep.
Oh?
See you later.
Hey!
Huh. Okay. Hey, man. Matt! Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread candies ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. Have you gotten that oregano smell out of your upholstery yet? Still working on it.
Oh.
What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. I stare at Lucien. He knows. I know. But I am a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. Thanks for coming by. Hey, looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. Let's see what they're up to.
All right.
Okay, Briar, think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Where? Briar? Star.
Yeah.
We'll get it next time. Amanda leans in close to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as the third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet.
Hmm?
You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're going to be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we going to be finishing each other's... sentences? See? Third twin. I have to go. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but... Growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life when you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. Swear to God, Unca, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. Tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking, all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
Ugh.
Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff. Intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Craig is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me.
Huh.
I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are going to go get ice cream.
Pew!
Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Craig as the last guests make their way out of the party. Bro.
Huh?
This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Pure keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after our party trick goes wrong.
Oh,
We can leave the keg stands in the past.
nice.
I'm, taking this weekend to relax. This party was my first stop out of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop, Napville. Pull into the Unca concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Napville as well. I might have to meet you halfway at eating food directly off of your own stomach town. We both giggle, but man, do I just want to pour some chips on my belly while I hang out on a hammock. Greg, I'm glad you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until we got away from the city. It's honestly just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos off the floor. I guess we need to get out of the city more often then. Brad kicks his legs over the side of the bench and leans onto me. Lying down on my lap, I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. I'm trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself.
Oh.
It's a process,
Hmm.
and it's going to take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bro. Greg, I'll be your bro till the day I die. And if being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige.
Hmm.
Greg looks up at me, smiling.
Oh.
Bro,
Oh.
that means so much to me. Greg sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Bro. We both laugh.
Oh.
You and me, we're going to be all right. Wow. Okay. You're the best, Pops. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, that was lovely. All right. Do the outro. Well, that was lovely. Nice little camping trip. We didn't drown. We didn't get lost. We didn't get bitten by a rabid bat. And we didn't freeze to death. Thanks to a little bit of cuddle heat. However, I did screw up the fire building motivation, but everything else seemed to work out in the end, so that's okay. The party was pretty neat. Kinda ended on a roll call for most of the characters. Still competitive with Brian. Joseph had a sad longing behind his eyes. That was a little distressing. And Robert was uncomfortably distant. Everyone else still seems to be cool with me though. Nice little wrap up with Amanda too. My first ever comment on this channel warned me that my interactions with Amanda would influence the ending I got with her. Looks like I did enough things right in the end. So, next time on Dream Daddy, we will do this entire thing over again with another dad. Until then, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!